Hello, let's get started with looking at your scope and sequence. We are using the scope and sequence for US government. However, the scope and sequence for each of the courses you teach follow a similar format. So starting off, you're going to notice we have the title of the course. This is US government. This is our 12th grade required course for graduation. Each of your, when you look at your scope and sequence, you're going to notice that each unit is across the top. And that's followed by the length of time it's going to, for your planning purposes, that it's going to take to teach each unit. Now, these are flexible, but basically we hope that people follow the scope and sequence because as you know, our students move around a lot. And this way, if we're kind of following the same timeline, if you get a student who say transfers from Kadena to Ramstein, they're going to be following that same path and be pretty much in the same time sequence. So that's what we have set up for you here. Now you're going to notice if you teach something besides U.S. government that predominantly our length is in days. U.S. government is a semester course, so we have it listed here in weeks. Once again, not all weeks are taken up because you need some flexibility in your scheduling. So let's take a look at what you have in the scope and sequence. First of all, we follow the understanding by design model. So you're going to start off with your essential question. Each unit has an essential question, and there are supporting questions underneath each essential question to help you get your students to learn more about the content. So we start off with our essential questions, you have your supporting questions, and then we've taken the standards from your standards document and chunked them up in manageable pieces to be able to teach those standards in a comprehensive and sequential way. So it starts off your bold print here, 12.G. One is the first standard, and this is the statement of learning. So this is kind of the enduring understanding, the overall objective for the students to learn in Unit 1. That's going to be followed by sort of an action step. So first you have a statement, and that's followed by what the kids are going to be able to know and be able to do. So here, students will explain natural rights, the social contract, popular sovereignty, and representative government. So the key DOK word here is explain. And so as you're teaching to this standard, you want to make sure the kids get to that level where they could talk to each other in student-centered discourse and explain what those concepts mean. So you're looking for those verbs that help us know the level of DOK for each of our standards. So we're going to scroll down. These are the standards for each unit. And then at the bottom, you're going to find that we have put in some resources for you to use. So as stated earlier, your procured resources are not your curriculum. They support your teaching of the standards. So here's some suggestions. We have from McGraw-Hill's Digital Teacher Edition. We have where you can find some great resources to use for your first unit. And then we also use iCivics, which is an approved digital resource. You're going to find iCivics in ClassLink, and you're able to use that as well. So we've got some ideas here. Another big resources we really support, and your ISSs can help you use this if you've never done it before, are the C3 inquiries. Those are awesome, and they follow the inquiry design model supported by NCSS, aligned to the C3 framework. So basically that's it, you guys. This is the scope and sequence that we follow, and they're set up the same way. Let's just take a quick look back, just so you, once again, we start off with the name of your unit, the time it's going to approximate time to teach it, the essential questions, the supporting questions, followed by your standards, following the UBD model, and then come down to some of the resources here that will help you in teaching that to kids. So there you go. Enjoy looking at your scope and sequence. And here's my suggestion. Please download the scope and sequence for each of the courses that you teach. Then you're going to want to print those so you have a copy for you to see in your classroom. This helps out so much for planning purposes to have that easily available. And also, please reach out to your ISSs. They are happy to support you in this work. Thank you and enjoy your opportunity to take a deep dive into your scope and sequence.